Yeah. All right. Well, for those of you that are just tuning in, we actually have a series under our hands here. It is Shopify versus Whitelce, game number 1. As today's been a long day of forfeits in both streams, so having an actual series seems kind of nice. We'll see how this one ends up unfolding. I think for Yopaj, he is a well-known puck specialist, and he's on puck in a good puck game. And I think that is the potential really scary thing for Whitelce. Maybe your Dragonite has to go for an early Blink Dagger as a way of like handling this hero, but I think he still wants to get something before the Blink Dagger, right? Like either it's usually like Armlet or I don't know, maybe a Mask of Madness even. I'm not really sure. But
well, isn't that something?
I guess we're gonna find out if we should be scared about this Wind Ranger. I would expect. So we've been talking up Shopify's lanes. The lane should go fine. I would expect to see Yopaj getting very active on his puck, and that would give Skem space to then get very farmed on his Tinker. And Skem, he's a very efficient farmer as a support. He's often very rich compared to most other position 5s, and he can do a lot with it. Tinker, great
it
hero
actually is
for
4
that.
bountied.
That's crazy. Okay. Even greedier and more powerful than expected. Did they not contest like any rune? What? How do you not get one?
They actually didn't. I was looking at their map. I don't know what the Wind Ranger was doing, but she just wanted to try and like offensively block here. We'll go Wind Run and continue to try and block the camps.
Wind Run too soon.
They don't have. Okay, I was like, I don't think they have the damage to kill her, but she is now in the base.
It was close. Yeah, I guess she has Wind Run to get back. Pretty heavy commitment on that, but it will get the lane to push out right away to hopefully hold the map back by the tower for the Terrorblade. So sort of mission accomplished, but maybe a higher price than it should have been needed, especially when you gave all 4 bounty runes to do that.
Yeah, we'll see what they can accomplish on this Terrorblade offlane. He'll be able to block the small camp with his illusion, so it won't spawn, so they can't pull, at least. Like I said, Hellscream's actually taking a lot of damage top here from this Warlock. Dude, no way he walks the courier. Okay.
I guess this is the switch up, actually, though. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? I was thinking Warlock 4, like lane swap. I just had it backwards in my head. Yeah, Warlock 5, like usual, does a lot of damage with the Fatal Bonds. How's mid going? Hopefully even for now. Yopaj needs a few more levels. That makes it easier to dodge things around. Then you start getting more health and mana. So as time goes on, I'd expect Puck to do better and better. Quap at least should just be maxing E to maintain farm so that as Puck moves around, you can shove the lane to the tower to punish. Maybe make some rotations of your own. But when I look at this Queen of Pain, she as a ganker is fine, but I'm looking at the side lanes. Like, I don't know if you can really set her up for success. Terrorblade, off lane. I guess if you land a Shackle Shot, maybe. Top lane, a Warlock gank onto a Kunkka. Like, he's so tanky. I'm not really sure where she's going to find success.
They're already doing a lot to try and support the Queen of Pain in mid, right? The Wind Ranger uses the Wind Run, goes mid, takes the Water Rune away, but it's not really helping out a whole lot. Like, he didn't have his bottle when he took the top Water Rune, so he didn't really get the free charges out of it. And Puck has a lot of sustain just from the Puckish passive, right? So every time the auto attacks get whiffed on the Queen of Pain, or say you toggle the tower aggro to dodge 2 attacks there, like, she gets a lot of regen back. So it's one of those things that, like, this matchup has gotten very difficult because of this. As you say, he might fort, and he does. Yeah, gets the silence into the orb. Yopaj grabs first blood, a little bit of extra health off the tower as well, and top lane. Some aggression coming out as they take down the Warlock. Now
Looks
Kunkka
like a return
very
kill.
low, and they will find the trade. So ends up being pretty good here for the Dragon Knight as he's got those early boots.
The lane is pushing in, so Kunkka's not going to miss too much for this.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
Dragon Knight at least off to a good start.
Oh,
Which...
he did go side Soch secrets, by the way. He's got the pie.
Hell Scream, yes. I knew I could trust on him. The creative player. Let's go. Weighted pie somebody.
Do it. He's gonna throw it on the Dragon Knight right now. He has to. Oh, he's just gonna fear him. Okay, he's dead.
I think you're right though. I think he actually does have to if he wants to stay alive.
Yeah. No boots, right? Yeah, I don't think you're making it out of there without the boots.
I guess he didn't expect Dragon Knight to also follow over. You know, if it's just Warlock, it's fine, but Dragon Knight was willing to miss some CS to kill the Ringmaster, so... Bit of a positioning mistake from Hellscream.
They're going to try and get aggressive here onto Skem. The power shot's actually off the mark, and your Terrorblade is in really deep as these repair bots are just going to work, and that will be a kill on over for Tomato. Dagger is out, slowing up this Wind Ranger, and as that Wind Run expires, Tomato should get himself a second kill. This guy's known to dive. He does not care. Double kill for the Phantom Assassin, thanks to the Orb of Corrosion. And, well, your Phantom Assassin is off to a very good start now.
In just a few seconds, you're going to have March in the Machines again, so all the damage you took in that fight, pretty much healed up. That's the tough thing about Tinker. You got to be really careful when you commit. The trades can be quite deceptive, and if you end up dying, it's like you did nothing, because by the time you're back in the lane, he's full health.
Ooh, a lot of damage onto the Dragon Knight. Okay.
Ooh, slip up on the weighted pie.
Yeah, I was like, did he weighted pie him out of the his own Tame the Beast? I was like, how did he just force staff away?
That feels like a misclick.
Yeah.
Because he clearly meant to channel where he was slowed and stuck. There's no reason to weighted pie out, so...
you have level 6 on
Might have been a
Yopaj.
kill with that.
He might just go for the kill here onto this Queen of Pain, and with the supports coming in, they don't even need... Okay, well, they drop it anyway. Hellscream just slaps him down there.
Time to unicycle back, Hellscream.
Does he have it? Oh, he does. Yeah, get back to the lane. There's a regen top as well. Going to be bottled up there. Oh, no, it's amplified damage. My apologies. Thought I had that. Thought I saw a regen.
Forgiven.
Now, this is Frost Dragon, correct? Which is something that we actually see every once in a while off of carry Dragon Knights. But when you're against something like the Tinker, it kind of makes more sense, right?
Yeah, as long as there's some kind of healing, Frost Dragon is some of the most heal reduction you can get for free. Oh, Yopaj gets caught off guard.
That was a straight misplay. He saw them coming. So I'm not sure exactly what went wrong there, but he was not expecting the jump in from the Queen of Pain. Bottom lane, they will grab the Terrorblade. And the Unicycle! Oh, he's stealing the rune with Unicycle. He went all the way from the tower to just straight into the Wisdom Shrine.
Nice.
All right, Hellscream. He saved it for good reason.
I didn't think about that. Weighted pie. If you had both, or I guess like either or, you could knock people out of the ring. Could be one way to secure it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Top side, Dragon Knight, once again, getting aggressive. Yeah, really struggling against this Frost Dragon, and now Hellscream taking a ton of damage. He does have a Dragon Tail, 12 stick charges. He should just dive this. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Or perhaps Strongman Tonic might have helped you in the past.
Yeah. Amplify damage on Yopaj, trying to finish off the Quap. He gets out just barely. And now the Wind Ranger in the bottom lane, taking a lot of damage as well. Yopaj will regen a little bit with Puckish, jaunt to his orb on the north side. Now, Queen of Pain is coming back in with an ult. Can he Sonic Wave to the high ground? He just gets He gets popped. Okay, that is a really bad death on this Puck.
2 in a row. 1 would be kind of understandable. Puck is a very unforgiving hero when you don't react fast enough. That's why it's like such a high skill ceiling hero. In that mid lane kill, you know, maybe he's expecting I can walk up because I'm gonna dodge the blink in fast enough, and you don't do it in time. But now here, over aggression, really wanting a kill off that amplified damage, but gives way too much time for people to rotate and then get nuked down. You're a very squishy hero on that puck.
Well, with this, they're winning all 3 lanes. And they will very easily take your bottom tier 1 tower. You're going to need, like, coil into boat coming out of this bottom lane to try and do something here. Skem can try and repair bot spam to slow this one down. But is the Terrorblade really not going to commit for the tower? Interesting. I guess...
It's dangerous to do into a Tinker. Tinker just hit 6 off the wave he defended, so you probably could force it, but it's going to take a lot of time, and Tinker's going to be getting a bunch of farm in the meantime.
They're playing around these twin gates, just popping back and forth. I'm surprised the Quap has kind of stayed off the map for the last several minutes. Just farming up in the jungle as lanes are getting pressured, but she does show up in mid finally, and now she might just be dead. X into the boat, of course. There's going to be the orb once again, but he still lives, gets the blink out. Golem's out now from the Warlock, trying to finish off Skem, and it just needs one more auto attack. He's not microing the Golem. Oh, no. Sonic Wave also... it hits him in the fountain. He gets him.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you get something, but that's your Sonic Wave down, which is a big spell. Blink, dodge, gets out of the Wheel of Wonder. No crit.
No crits. He is doing methodical, so just didn't have the... Away. Yeah, just didn't have the attacks to get it. That's the hard part of Ringmaster. You can't guarantee the setup on Wheel of Wonder, especially versus these mobile heroes. It can be very, very tricky to land. If it does connect, you do get that Queen of Pain kill, which would have been great. But forcing her back is not that bad, considering how that fight went earlier. You end up with a support for a support, but the enemy mid has to go back home.
All right, looks like they're going to try and prioritize top tower now. As the puck's making his way up here, and Kunkka still just kind of chilling in the lane. Now, Dragon Knight's having a fantastic game. Almost 6,000 net worth now, has the early Maelstrom, going to go straight into the Mjolnir.
Hiding in the trees, knows they might look for him after pushing that tower.
Is that just a casual glove of haste? Am I missing something?
Seems like it.
Coil.
Mid, coil on Warlock.
It's a lot of damage coming through. It's takes him a bit to finish the job, but they will get him.
Yeah, he's got level 3 Shadow Word. It's a lot of healing, but slow hero like Warlock is not going to make it away in time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wind Ranger is going to go straight Blink. It kind of makes sense. Their team really is lacking initiation. This is an issue when you have the offlane Terrorblade. So, gonna get the Blink to try to land these shackle shots. It's scary though, because Wind Ranger is a squishy hero, especially as a support. You're not picking up as many items, and there's a lot of nukes in this game. So, she might get the initiation. I don't think she'll get a follow-up stun after that. She has to blink in too far for these.
The one thing Shopify has going for it right now is how farmed Skem is on the Tinker, right? Which is kind of expected. They're going to drop everything here in the mid lane. Nice coil. Sonic Wave does come out, and they will grab themselves the Wind Ranger. The rest of Shopify on the retreat here. The rum buff, keeping them nice and topped off. They should be okay.
And they thought they were baiting the Wind Ranger there, but well, maybe not done.
X Definitely
done.
mistimed there. And,
Ooh.
well, that is a Dagon reveal. Just comes in, finds a really quick kill. Fear.
Good Wheel of
You
Wonder.
won't get the Wheel of Wonder taunt, and he just turns onto Hellscream and deletes him with the Terror Blade. Meanwhile, Yopaj still trying to find the backline. Will finish off the Queen of Pain. No Sunder there to save him.
Ringmaster for Queen of Pain is good, but the fact that she sniped the Kunkka earlier, I think makes this okay for Whitelce. My concern, though, as you were highlighting, Skem, he's climbing up. And sure, we could look at, PA, outscale, Puck, good late game, but Tinker is the true menace in many pro games where the farming you get to do, as we see right now, you just pick up so much money, and I worry about the damage output. For now, with Fatal Bonds and the spells they have, it'll be okay. But eventually, when you've got the dispels to remove Fatal Bonds and you have constant healing coming from Tinker, and he's, third on net worth for his team, I don't know if you're going to win any prolonged fight as Whitelce. So the longer this game goes, I think Shopify is going to feel comfortable as long as it's staying relatively even, but it should start pulling ahead thanks to the Tinker.
Yeah, otherwise the strength of Whitelce's lineup is the offlane Terrorblade being as farmed as it is, because this is going to turn into another core, right? Like he actually didn't even go pipe. He's just straight building carry Terrorblade. He has Dragon Lance, Falcon Blade, and the Shard already. He is not even considering building support items.
And I think you do need a pipe though against. I mean, look at the Shopify heroes: Ringmaster, Tinker, Puck, even Kunkka with all his spells bring a lot of magic damage. It's kind of scary to skip
100%
that
agree.
pipe, and we'll see if it gets them. I think these early fights without a pipe will be very difficult.
The fact that they actually get the Ringmaster Shard this early against the Terrorblade is insanely good too.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. We don't always see the Shard have value, but it is very effective versus illusions. Unicycle away!
He's trying his best.
Escape board away!
I mean,
They
Queen of
hate
Pain,
Hellscream.
Yeah, they'll just throw, even committing the meta here to secure the kill. Now, mid lane, Dragon Tail, hold on, Puck. You just chase this, don't you? Oh, nice coil from Yopaj here to keep himself alive. As his blink gets delivered, he'll make it to the top rune as well. Nicely done. If he doesn't silence into the coil there, the Queen of Pain just kills him.
Yeah, successful escape. It does use the coil, though, and that's the main way they have to start plays on Shopify. So it does mean, again, you got to be a little passive here. I don't think they mind too much because of the Tinker, but you always like to do a bit of both. Let Tinker defend while you find a couple plays, coil, boat. And it's tough for Kunkka on his own with all these heroes, the blink outs. He doesn't have an Orchid. He went for the Blade Mail, like you mentioned, and he's actually going to go Eggs, which...
Yeah, Ags is really good.
I kind of like when you see, this Terror Blade is not getting a pipe. Let's just add more magic damage in.
I think this Ags is just as essential as the old Water Park one, because Kunkka severely lacks damage unless he gets this Aghanim Scepter. I've seen a lot of games on Kunkka since the Aghanim Scepter came out where I want to say almost 50% of his damage ends up being his Aghanim Scepter in the late game. So if they want to be able to have damage coming out from the Kunkka, then I think, the Blade Mail into Ags is a really good idea. And then at that point, he can back towards whatever he wants. Maybe BKB if he wants to go for a Radiance, he could even, right? Just having a little bit of stuff for the fights. But I imagine it'll probably just be BKB, maybe tank up, get the Shard.
I think the Ags combo is also really nice when you have the coil setup or Wheel of Wonder, whichever one you manage to hit and can follow up on. It's just going to be a lot of damage all piled on top of each other. Well, they find Queen of Pain.
They've got the Queen of Pain. There, she's going to get caught there. Hold back in. X, both, everything. They got him, and now the turnaround here with the Golem, trying to find Hellscream, trying to get Yopaj. He actually managed to get out for the moment, but they're looking for the DK and the Frost Dragon. Or rather, looking for the Kunkka, the Frost Dragon will make sure he does not get out of here. Even with all this healing trying to come through, that all being reduced, it's too much. Wind Ranger, how the heck did she get back here? Wait, they actually killed Yopaj with the Warlock? Okay, and Skem just walked down underneath the tower, blind there, in from the laser. It's not enough, and in fact, they're gonna kill Yamato as well. The crushing claws or whatever coming in from those infernal fists, just way too much damage. Ringmaster does get the turnaround onto the Dragonite. It's like a 6-for-1.
The final death makes sense from the Ringmaster coming in to die again, but get the Dragonite. But everything before that is very unfortunate for Shopify. They started that onto the Queen of Pain, but unfortunately that means they commit all the spells. They're all clumped up, and that means Terrorblade has free reign in that fight. The Warlock managed to Fatal Bond several heroes. The Dragonite's free to just auto-attack everyone down. And Shopify, if they brought all the heroes at once, maybe goes better, but that started as a 3-man gank on the Queen of Pain. Tinker slowly connects in, PA connects in later. It's just too broken up.
Well, Coil mid lane, sets up a kill there onto the Wind Ranger, so nicely done from Yopaj. He is finding some pickoffs, but I feel like he's gonna need to start scaling soon, because the damage is definitely lacking on Shopify at the moment. We saw the Phantom Assassin jump in at the tail end of that fight and just died to the Warlock Golem plus like a couple attacks from the Dragon Knight.
I think the first 2 deaths on Puck really hurt the timing. All these heroes that get kills based on burst. Yeah, anytime you're slowed down, the heroes pick up more health. They pick up more magic resistance, more healing, and it makes all the kills harder. With that said, the Aghanims on Kunkka is just about to finish, so that'll be a big boost to damage. And Tinker, still farming away, climbing up that net worth despite the loss in that fight. He's getting close to that Queen of Pain. And for now, it's going to be Guardian Greaves, which is pretty good. Going to be a lot of healing. I want to see what he gets next. I was kind of curious if he would go Aghanims this game. It's just a classic versus the Terrorblade, and I think it's pretty good versus Dragonite as well. Be the true core. I know Skem wants to be.
Yeah, right. So there's smoked up on top side here. Dragonite and Wind Ranger looking for something. Now these are your blink initiators. And Ringmaster might just be the free casualty, but I mean, it's not the best kill, but you take it, right? Yeah. Shackle comes out, perfectly done. Sets up the kill there for the Dragon Knight. It does protect the Phantom Assassin, at least for the moment, but we've got some BKBs now available for Whitelce, right? Like BKB up on the Queen of Pain. And this Terrorblade is getting really scary.
They're coming bottom. They are looking for a cause, but he is dancing his way out of here. Knows it's coming, so good read on that. But you should be able to set up down here to start pushing. And this is where things are a little tricky versus the Terrorblade. Tinker likes the slow sieges because he just keeps spamming out waves, but Terrorblade can take buildings pretty fast. So even though you kill the creep wave, you can still get a huge chunk of damage in with the illusions, and Tinker doesn't get to stall out as long as he would like.
They really want to get this puck, but they don't really have a great tool for locking him down at the moment. I was wondering if they would grab like an Orchid or something on the Dragon Knight. He has the Blink Dagger. What has he got up next? What's his next item?
BKB. For now, their plan is the Blink stun from Dragon Knight into the Shackle shot from Wind Ranger. And it's plenty of stun if the initial Dragon Tail hits, and you have the damage there. So either Terrorblade or Queen of Pain with the Dragon Knight. That should be fine, at least for now, until Puck picks up some more items. Looks like the Lincolns.
Very nice find there in the mid lane.
Motto, what's he getting next? He's got the Battle Fury Manta. We were talking about damage issues earlier, so I'm wondering if he's going to go just another damage item. But, ooh, good kill on the Tinker.
Yeah. I mean, he was up here for a while, deep pushing, but the Dragon Knight finally being patient enough to stick around. And that's the Blink Dragon Tail you were talking about, just setting up a kill. Now, they are scanning in case they're looking for Roshan. Now, the PA is going to walk by, so they know that there's at least heroes bottom, as they show on the tower now. Maybe trading tier 1s, as Queen of Pain should get the top one, but they will fort for now. And Dragon Knight wants to chase. Does he find the real one? She gets the Blink Strike out, and the dagger from that Impalement Arts will slow him down quite a bit, but Yamato needs help. Great Shackle coming through here, as he will Blink Strike even further forward, but oh, Manta dodge, Sonic Wave, saved once again. In comes the Ghost Ship as well, trying to do work. They're really trying to bail out this Phantom Assassin, and with the rotation and now from Scam, I think they've done it. They bought out enough time, and now the big Wheel of Wonder catches 3, and goodbye, Whitelce. They are crumbling. As Lupa, you're not making it out of that one. That is a optimistic TP. X back in, right into the torrent. They got him. Slippery hero, this Tomato.
Yeah, it was looking so good, but PA being able to jump around, and especially the healing and saves from the Tinker and Ringmaster supports, buying so much extra time. Escape Act is, what, 2.8 seconds right now, and then you had heals and the shield from Tinker. You just get baited in. You're like, she's so close to dying. Yeah, the rum buff jumping into that. It's like, oh, we've almost got her, like a little further, and suddenly you're in front of the enemy tier 2, and Tinker's back in with another set of spells and healing for everyone. And they get the wombo combo that we haven't seen connect this entire game, but finally, Wheel of Wonder and the boat. So much damage when all those connect.
And just like that, Shopify now have a 5,000 gold advantage despite the 2 top net worth positions belonging to Whitelce. Roshan will also go their way as they finish it here in the Dire side pit. And it will go to the Phantom Assassin. As she's getting a BKB delivered as well, so that'll be a very nice power spike for her.
I think that fight shows damage is not an issue so long as the spells are connecting, and that's the big if. I think if you throw out some of these ultimates and they don't quite land, you gotta just back out and wait. Tried to steal a rune, I think.
Really nice stuff out of Yopaj here. Once again, finding the Wind Ranger. They do find an Amplify damage bottom as it spawns, so maybe with the shield rune here and the Amplify damage, we could see them try to find a pickoff, but they're kind of split all over the place, and they will find Menace, at least for the moment, trying to surge away here. But Tomato just as fast under the river buff and gets the kill, cuts him right down.
Hellscream's got to lend his unicycle to Yamato to help him chase down the river faster. Maybe that's the buff this facet needs if it doesn't catch on. You can
be able to give your allies unicycle?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be kind of sick. Scam bottom lane, glimmered up. Actually, no detection coming in from these heroes, so he's fine.
So you gotta be very careful. It's tempting to try to kill this Tinker who's defending a tower on his own, but good Tinkers always have defense matrix, so you got status resistance and barrier. And then depending on the build, you have even more barriers and heal. So in this case, we have Guardian Greaves, Holy Locket, Glimmer Cape, and the March of the Machines going. So if you can't burst him instantly, he's gonna heal and he's gonna live. And that's exactly what happens there. Fortunately, they didn't die for it, but it was the BKB on Queen of Pain, and that's pretty painful to have to use.
All right, looks like they were looking for a kill top, but we'll come back down to take the Tormentor, which the Wind Ranger was hanging around here for quite some time to try and scout this out. He will get revealed on a ward. They're going to look to try and find him. Windrun has Blink.
Ninja Gear to get out, too.
Ninja Gear. All right, this is a very long chase. Tomato even TPing mid, as well as now the Puck. They really want to shut this down.
He's making them work for it, bringing them all the
Okay.
way back to their own base at least. Even a extra second or two of stun there, but they get the kill in the end. Perhaps Space made, because I think Queen of Pain stole their Wisdom Shrine and all of that.
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
Maybe? I mean, Queen of
Wind
Pain
Ranger's
actually scales
pretty poor.
incredibly well.
Yeah, Wind Ranger's not worth that much because currently 0-6 and 9.
Oh, they're going to find the Warlock as well. Great control there from Pakaz. Pulls him back in with the Tidal Wave. What is the Kunkka build here? So, obviously he went for the Blade Mail Ags. Going back for Shivas. Okay, yeah, that's a great tool. A little bit of armor for himself. Some more healing reduction. And gives them that extra spell amp.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, good vision to find these mobile heroes in the Wind Ranger and Queen of Pain. She's cutting some waves, but the tower push is here. You got the Tinker heals to keep everyone healthy.
Puck's just going to go in, try and solo kill off the Wind Ranger, and he gets him, drops the coil for safe measure.
I thought that was just going to be...
him.
Yeah, I thought that was just poke a little bit, back off. Oh no, that was a full kill.
Oh, Dragon Tail. Oh, great save there from the Ringmaster. He's going to be able to get out for now. The BKB pop from Vagabond. Nice shackle as the Phantom Assassin gets out. 40 seconds still on that Aegis, but will survive. They do manage to burst down the Tinker. There's the taunt from the Wheel of Wonder. They need to be able to help this Terrorblade. Is he going to get it, though? Sunder not in time, and Yamato still lives on 50 HP and instead just jumps onto the high ground, helps finish off the Warlock. And now they're going to look for the Queen of Pain as well. Blink up in 1 second, but she's not close enough to that fountain. And the Tomato, Phantom Assassin will finish the job. Buyback coming through here from 2 heroes. Pops a Satanic. Tomato just healing straight through this. Does not seem to care.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And with this, X into the TP. Shackle. He's got a Lincoln's. Oh my goodness. What a timing on that Lincoln's.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well
The
done from
earlier
Yoposh.
deaths, you know, all the warm-up. Yoposh is ready to go here in this looking like final fight of the game. On point with all the spells, killing the supports, zoning everybody.
Has fallen.
That's 1 barracks down. They're going to move top. Bottom tier 2 is still up, so you can't get the full megas.
And Skem is
Can you
here.
even be kicked out of the base? Yeah, with Skem back, everyone is about to be fully healed and have matrices. And then he could maybe even go bottom, get that tier 2, so you maybe could look for the full megas.
I mean, I wonder if you even need to leave. You might just sit in their base and look for kills, right? Which, well, there's going to be the Warlock pulled back on the Tidal Wave. Do they want to commit aggressively for it? Great shackle, but the damage, hold up. Terrorblade's got to run. BKB out from Yamato, trying to do what he can here. Terrorblade's going to survive, looking for a Sunder target. Going to get Pakaz here. That sends him real low, but Yamato is doing way too much work. Sonic Wave, not enough. BKB now forced, but the Bash is coming through, trying to take down Vagabond. The GG gets called, as it's a full team wipe, and Whitelce will drop here in game 1 to Shopify. A little bit of a slow start from Shopify, I'll be honest. I was getting a little worried, but they turned it around.
I would say maybe not as clean of a game from Shopify.